Good evening. This is the video newsletter for Buy Sell Short for Tuesday, July 12th. We're going to start off today with the chart of the SMH. SMH down 1 plus today, and the reason being we had Novellus come out with a pretty ugly warning, and that hammered the big SMH components like Texas Instruments, TXN, and Intel, INTC. You know, two big down days in a row. You got to wonder if someone got leaked the news that there was going to be a warning in the semiconductor sector yesterday. You know, things are just as crooked as they ever have been on Wall Street. We had a very nice recovery in this market today. If you weren't aware, last night futures were down huge. Asian markets, overseas markets down over 1%. We had the S&P futures down 18 plus pre-market this morning. And the reason being, you know, they've been trying to go after the Italian banks over the last couple of days. And there were some rumors floating around that the Europeans were going to begin a program sort of like the Fed's QE2 program and actually buy Greece bonds. And that caused a very nice reversal and, you know, killed a lot of the currency and future traders who were short that news overnight and into this morning. And we looked really, really well. We held up very well all day. Market traded within a pretty tight trading range, plus and minus 10 points, considering the SMH down over $1 was very, very positive. We had the Fed minutes come out to mid-morning, and the Fed minutes had pretty much good news for everyone concerned. They talked about how to exit their easing plan, but they also mentioned there was some talk about a QE3, that if the current unemployment situation doesn't pick up, that the Fed may embark on another easing program, and that shot the market up a nice 50 points, and we were looking really, really good going into the last hour, and then Moody's made an appearance, of course. Downgraded Irish debt to junk. You know, these guys, why anyone listens to these three blind mice of Moody's, Standard & Poor's, and Fitch is beyond me. They couldn't be any more incorrect on stuff or late than they have been. You know, it's like a house burning to the ground and then someone calling the fire department after the house is burned to the ground going, hey, there's a fire. That is essentially the rating agencies, you know, crooked as crooked can be, in my opinion, and why anyone listens to anything they say is beyond me. Downgraded the Irish debt. You know, they're trying to go after every single country they can in Europe. You know, it's essentially these hedge funds and short funds, and this is what they do. They buy influence and they manipulate stocks. So we had a nice downward move into the close, sort of put a crimp on what was looking to be a very nice day. If we see the Dow daily chart, you can see we're down 3 days in a row. We have support at the 50-day and 20-day exponential at 12,370 area. So if we do see some more weakness tomorrow, we should find very strong support at that area. We've also got RSI almost at the 50 level, and, you know, stochastics are still up there in the buy zone. So, you know, the Moody's news today, a last grasp, in my opinion, for some people, big money guys who've got influence, who got caught short and on the wrong side of that currency bet and futures bet overnight is essentially what it was, in my opinion. As for tomorrow, you know, we still have this politicking in D.C., the GOP clowns, the teabaggers refusing. They'd rather let the country collapse than make any sort of deal, or you know, the details of the Obama tax increase plan. They're fighting to save 25 hedge fund managers from paying what everyone else pays in taxes, is essentially what it is. Ridiculous. But there is a little bit of hope, and that may be cause for a bounce back in the market tomorrow. The teabaggers are furious with Mitch McConnell. He has actually come out with a way for Obama and the Democrats to raise the debt ceiling, even if the Republicans don't negotiate. And the teabaggers are very, very annoyed because they just lost a big negotiating leverage here tonight on that news. So a positive outcome. It's not like the debt ceiling is not going to be raised. These guys are stupid, but they're not that stupid. Maybe now we'll actually get some sort of deal. And, you know, we get a deal, we see 13K in this market. We have some very bullish momentum indicators. We're coming off that big move we had last week, which is exactly what we wanted to see, and we're seeing small caps respond while we're having this market retrace, which is also what we want to see. So some positive outlooks there on the market. As for some stock plays, ANDS, boom. Jumped into this one last week, 98 cents and under. We are looking for 15 to 20% on that positive MACD cross, 15% on the nose. Very, very nice volume. And this is a stock that when it gets volume over 1 million shares, it tends to get follow through for a couple of days. The last time we had volume over 1 million shares was back in February, and the stock ended up running about 25-30% over the course of 3 days. This is day one. We should see some nice follow through on this one tomorrow. 120, 128 would be our next targets on this one. And, biotech stocks, especially beaten down ones, have been doing very, very well over the last couple of days. CYTK, this is one we've been watching for the last couple of weeks. We got a breakout late in the day on volume at $1.25, spiked to $1.27 intraday. We've got RSI about to break 50 for the first time in a couple of months. Stochastics trying to upturn, and a breakthrough 130, and we will be looking at a move back to that 140, 150 zone with stops right now at $1.16. Looks really, really nice. Another sleeper, biotech CYCC. Did a financing a couple of weeks ago, sold off. They got upgraded this morning, got a nice little pop. Breakout is a 20-day exponential, 128, 130. Sets us free for a move to 140 to 150. Like the setup here, minimal downside risk, especially with biotechs going right now. One other biotech stock, TNGN, sort of an unknown play. Stock sold off on its CEO retiring. Cash-rich biotech stock, as you can see in this chart. Obvious target, 150 for a bounce. Stops, 115. We'll be looking to add this one, 120 and under. Looks really, really good. Not one you've seen posted a lot of on the message boards and the chat rooms, and those are the kind of plays we really like, especially when they've got nice charts like this. NEI woke up today with nice little volume move. Nice break through that resistance at 114. We continue to build a higher base on this stock. 121 is where we go. Boom, boom. And this is a stock. It's only a matter of when, not if, that we get a fat bounce back up to this 140, 160 zone. RSI is about to break 50 for the first time since that May tank from 224. Stochastics, unbalanced volume, everything holding up pretty well. Like the chart. Would be a buyer on dips here. Quick mention on ALN. They were going after the low floaters again today. RITT, CDTI. I think that's China Clean Fuels or whatever that low float garbage play is. But they're going after the low floats. Allen continues to form a nice little flag here. Has a habit of spiking to $2 early in the morning. If they go after this one when it's very low float, chart is ready, so definitely keep an eye on this one. That's it for the video tonight, guys. We've got some very nice setups going into tomorrow. We're still maintaining our high cash stance, about 80-90% cash is our target range right now. Once we get that debt deal finally solved, we can start pressing our bets a little more. But there's some very nice scalps and trades in this market right now, and you don't need to be long a whole lot of stuff overnight to avail of them. So, a little bit of caution right now, even though we're seeing some very nice plays. That's it for the video. See you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Good night.